Hi everyone, today's video will be talking about rice. Yes, rice is one type of food that there is no household that doesn't eat rice. And we have different types of rice. We have two major sizes of rice. We have long grain rice and we also have short grain rice. So these are the two types of rice I want to talk about in today's video to let you know like which one is tastier. Let's get right into it. Like I said, we have two sizes of rice. We have the long grain and we also have the short grain. And in short grain rice, people tend to look at it like maybe it's just like a lower quality, or that's what some people feel. And we have different brands that produces a short grain rice. We have My Choice, we have My Food, we have TikTok. We also funny, right? Yes, TikTok. There's a rice called TikTok. We have my which other one again? Then we also have Caprice too. Caprice has a short grain rice as well. There are different brands that I don't even know their names because every state have their different brands that supply them rice. So these are the ones, especially in Lagos, that I know of that I'm mentioning. So also we have a long grain rice. And the long grain rice, we have different brands. We have a Caprice, we have a Mama Gold, I think we have Mama Africa, we have is it Red Bull or Big Bull? I'm not really a fan, I don't eat that rice, so but I don't know, maybe I'll just try and put the correct name. But we have, I think, Big Bull also rice and other brands of long grain rice as well. Then now let's talk about some of the features about this these two types of or these two sizes of rice. Long grain rice are more expensive than short grain rice. Correct me if I'm wrong, but since I have since I've been buying things I know that if you are buying a short grain rice for maybe like 20,000 naira, long grain rice will be like maybe 25 or 30. So long grain rice are always more expensive. Then there is also this belief that they said most long grain rice are mostly foreign rice. Yes, then the short grain rice are mostly like a locally made rice. I don't know how true that is, but that is what I have known or have been hearing. So correct me if I'm wrong, but people have this belief that most long grain rice are foreign rice, while short grain are also most short grain rice are locally made. So that's it for that. Then another thing too about these two sizes of rice is that most long grain rice doesn't get soft. Yes, doesn't melt fast or doesn't get soft no matter how you cook them, and they tend to swell. Like if you cook them, if you cook a long grain rice, it will be full, it will swell, it will result to like large portion, like it is swell. Let me put it in our Nigerian language that we understand. Long grain rice swells a lot, but you see short grain, if you cook like 2 cups of long grain rice, you will see it all over the place in your pot. Although not all, there are still some that you cook and might not swell, it might not be much, but most long grain rice tend to swell more than a short grain rice. Me talking from experience because I am team short grain rice. If you cook like 2 cups of short grain rice, you will not really see large quantity compared to a long grain. So most long grain rice tends to swell more than short grain rice. Then also most short grain rice melts easily. Like in fact, if you are cooking it, you have to be very careful because if you put too much water, it will just melt. It will just all over the place. And this is one of the reasons why some people will tell you that they don't like a short grain rice because it a quick melt. But you see long grain rice, it doesn't melt easily. So most people believe that when you want to cook jollof rice, it's best for jollof rice because to just be like one, even if no matter the amount of water you put. So if you are somebody that you don't like your rice to melt, you don't like your rice to be too soft, you might be team long grain because that's what some people tell you. Like me now, I love my rice very, very soft because like my mom, she's very team soft rice. So that was how we were brought up. So in fact, almost all my siblings, you can never see any of us that will say, oh, I like my rice strong. But some people think that they don't like their rice strong, they don't like their rice hard, that they like it soft, like me. There's some people tell you, oh, they don't like their rice very soft, so that's why they don't even bother to buy short grain rice, because it tends to get soft easily. But you see long grain, it doesn't get soft easily. So some people, that's the reason why some people like a long grain rice. If you're cooking a long grain rice, it takes longer to cook, especially even if you want it to get softer. You will have to add water, and it will go, and still it doesn't still get like real soft. You will still see, you know, like looking one inside the pot. But you see short grain, you have to time it, and you have to be very, you have to target the water very well. You have to, like, you know, target the water. You have to know the right amount of water to use, because if the water is too much, it will be very soft, and maybe before the following day you just see the rice looking like pap or ugi or a cup. And another thing too is that most short grain rice gets spoiled easily, although there are some good brands currently that, in fact, even after 2 days, if you want me, the rice will still be good. But before, when I started eating short grain rice, in fact, even that following day set, the thing don't spoil. But now, at least, kudos, most companies that are producing, especially the ones that I'm eating, they don't get spoiled easily. There are some that once you, especially with jollof rice, once you just, the following day like this, you just see the jollof rice like getting this, you go to drop, like okra, you know, to just get spoiled, and you will not be able to eat it. But long grain rice doesn't get spoiled on time. In fact, long grain rice, if you keep them for 2 days, 3 days, and it will still remain the same, it will still retain its taste, and it will not get spoiled. So these are some of the differences between these two rice. So now, I think this should be the main part of this video. Which one tastes better? I know this might be controversial, and I'm not trying to be sentimental here, because I am team short grain. I am not denying that fact. But the thing is that, in my own opinion, what I feel, you are free not to agree with me, but short grain rice tastes better, has taste more than long grain rice. Carry this thing, go anywhere, except you have not tasted a short grain rice before, then you will doubt me. But I am saying this with my full chest, that short grain rice tastes better than long grain rice. Fine, with all the advantages, long grain doesn't, you know, get spoiled, it doesn't get, you know, sticky and all of that. But when it comes to taste, you cannot take it away from a short grain rice. Short grain rice are tastier. Like, in fact, me, I'm not really a huge fan of rice, like somebody that some people say, oh, they can eat rice a day. I'm not that kind of person. But I am very intentional with my rice when it comes to the kind of rice I'm eating. So ever since I started eating short grain rice, like, I never turn back again. That is the rice I've been eating for years now, because it tastes better. It has that natural taste more than long grain rice. Like, you see long grain rice, or short grain rice, no matter how the stew bad reach, even the jello, no matter how one bad reach, you know, it just has that natural taste that, you know, you will still want to eat it. You will still like to eat it, because it's, you know, it has that natural taste. But you see long grain rice, most long grain rice, I'm not saying all, but from my experience, most long grain rice, they don't have that taste. Like, they don't have, I don't know how to explain it, they don't have that natural taste that, you know, it doesn't give me that urge of eating rice, to be honest, because that natural taste is not there compared to a short grain rice. In fact, if you cook short grain rice with, you know, like jollof, no matter how poorly cooked, you know, ingredients, maybe you don't have more ingredients, it will still have taste, because it has natural taste itself without even adding much ingredient on it. Even the white form, if you cook, so there are some short grain rice that you will cook like this, even without adding stew or anything, you will just be eating it like that, because it already has a natural taste. But you see long grain rice doesn't have that natural taste. Even no matter, even there are some jollof self, if you use it to cook jollof rice, I don't even dey understand that. Except maybe you use the right sauce, right ingredient, and on the rest, that it might just come out nice. Although there are some people that will tell you that long grain rice tastes better with jollof rice, but you see the white form, yes, I can agree to some extent. Although no, it doesn't taste better, but at least you still I can still manage to eat a long grain jollof rice more than white rice. Let me put it that way. But when it comes to natural taste, try out a short grain rice tastes better. So with all these things I've been able to say, do you agree with me or not? Or are you team short grain or you are team long grain? Which one do you feel tastes better? Because I know some people might come out and say, oh, this is also brand, this is that. I have tested a lot of long grain rice, and still the taste, you cannot compare it to a short grain rice. I mean long grain. You cannot compare the taste to a short grain rice. So let me know in the comment section, do you agree with me or not? Are you team long grain rice or you are team short grain rice? Let me know in the comment section. And if you have not tried a short grain rice today, go and try it and come back and drop comments in this video to testify from what I am saying. So that's it for this video. But before you click off from this video, if you have watched to this point and you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? Hit the subscribe button. Trust me, you are going to love it here, because this channel is all about food ingredient reviews, like topics like this. We do anything, very relatable content of things we use daily in our household. Then from time to time I do gist, trending gist as well. So feel free to join the family, and also click on the notification bell to get notified anytime I post a new video. Share this video so someone might find it helpful and informative. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Thank you for watching. See you in my next one. Bye.